Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Let's Vet. I am Brandon, and as always, we are here at Sioka Corvette in Atlantic City. Today we are going to be talking all about the E-Ray, but before we get into it, I want to remind you, as always, if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button. That helps me keep bringing fresh new Corvette content to you. Now, with that being said, let's get into it. Today we are going to be talking about all things E-Ray. I think it's a little bit overdue. There's a lot of mystery and sometimes misinformation surrounding the E-Ray. I think it's one of those vehicles that requires a little bit more customer education and information. So, first of all, let's talk about that. The E-Ray, I think, is a very controversially named car. I don't know if it was the best move because I have a lot of customers who come in and hear it and they think, oh, I don't want an electric Corvette. And that is far from what the E-Ray is. The E-Ray is kind of a halfway point between the Z06 and the Stingray with a little bit of an added twist. It's almost like the Grand Sport was in the C6 and the C7 with the addition of an electric motor that assists the front wheels, but we'll get into that in a second. So first of all, let's talk about the engine and the horsepower output. You are going to have a 5.5 liter naturally aspirated V8 that's going to put out a base horsepower of 495. Now this is the same exact engine that's in the Stingray. So if you like the Stingray and you view that as a real Corvette, that's exactly what you're getting with the E-Ray, but with more. Now, I do want to clarify, for the Stingray, you have a base horsepower of 490. That's because performance exhaust adds 5 horsepower, and that is optional on the Stingray. On the E-Ray, however, every E-Ray comes standardly equipped with the performance exhaust, so you have that 495 horsepower base. In addition to that, you have the electric motors that are going to assist the front wheels, giving it all-wheel drive. This is the first ever all-wheel drive Corvette produced. That adds an extra 160 horsepower for a total output of 655. This is going to be very, very close to the Z06. Only 15 less horsepower than the Z06, but phenomenal power output from both the engine and the electric motor. Now, that horsepower, along with the added all-wheel drive, is going to give it a very impressive 0 to 60 time of 2.5 seconds. So a lot of people want to compare Z06 and E-Ray, and it is fun to compare them, but they are two different animals. While the Z06 is definitely going to win on top end and top speed, most people are never actually going to achieve that unless they have access to a very big straightaway on a comparable track. Now, with that being said, we like to say that the Z06 is faster, but the E-Ray is quicker. Only by 1/10 of a second, but the E-Ray is going to have a 0 to 60 time of 2.5 seconds, where the Z06 has a 0 to 60 time of 2.6 seconds. And again, that's due to that all-wheel drive. Hooking up quicker, you're not going to spend any time putting down rubber. All right, so next up, we're going to be talking about the body of the E-Ray. If you see a side-by-side with one of these and the Stingray, you're going to notice some similarities, but more than that, you're going to notice some differences. This has the very coveted wide body of the Z06 with a couple small differences, but the main thing you'll see right on the side here, we have badging that says E-Ray. There is also a dealer installed option where that is installable in blue rather than just the carbon flash badging. But you're going to have this wide body, and you're going to see that here on the side intake scoops. This is going to be a 3-inch, roughly a little bit more than 3 inches wider than the body of a Stingray. One of the telltale signs that this shares with the Z06 is the 3-point air intake scoop, whereas on a Stingray, you're going to have a more traditional boomerang and it won't be as elongated. Now, there's a couple differences with that. One, this does share the body style of the Z06, but as on a Z06 and a Stingray, these body color accents right here, along with the front grille splitters and the rear vents, are going to come standard in carbon flash, and it's optional to have them body colored. On the E-Ray, it's flip-flopped. On the E-Ray, they're going to come standard in body color accents matching your exterior paint color. And I'll get a shot of those, as well as right here, you're going to see these front grille splitters right along the front, and as well as these rear exhaust vents on the back. Again, they are going to come standard body color accents on the E-Ray, but if you want, you can option them in carbon flash if you'd like it to match your roof or your spoiler, if you option either of those in carbon flash. Keep in mind, when you're looking at your build, sometimes it's a little hard to pick up because it's a zero cost option. So it's not gonna be one of the things that jumps out at you as a $695 ad or, you know, a $495 ad or something like that. It's gonna be at zero cost. So if that's something you're interested in doing, make sure you select that on your build and feel free to communicate with your salesman, hopefully me, when building one. All right, so let's talk price range. A lot of people say, hey, what does an E-Ray cost me? And just like every other Corvette under the sun, it really all depends on how it's optioned. But to give you guys the nuts and bolts of it, a 1LZ coupe, the lowest trim available on the E-Ray, is going to have a base starting MSRP of $106,900. Alternatively, I won't go exactly trim by trim, but on the top end for a 3LZ convertible, that's going to be the top trim and the priciest trim you can get on an E-Ray, that is going to start at $124,850. So again, definitely above the Stingray, but a hair below the Z06 for a little bit more of an affordable option there. So another thing that's going to distinguish the E-Ray a little bit and a bit of a value add is going to be the brakes. Now, we talked about how we have the all-wheel drive for that added hookup power and the instant torque that you're getting, but with that, you're gonna need bigger, meatier brakes for added stopping power. For that, GM has standardized the Brembo carbon ceramic brakes, and you can see that written right on the caliper there. And you're gonna see those big, beefy, meaty drilled rotors. That's gonna give you the added stopping power. And what I like about this, one of the reasons that I love the E-Ray, is because on the Z06, that is a very pricey option. On the E-Ray, it's gonna come standard, so you don't have to come out of pocket with that. Now, one of the things that I mentioned before in one of my previous videos that I also like, I love the orange caliper option on certain builds. It's a nice metallic option for the C8 E-Ray and Z06. But again, that's one of those trademarked brake options where you're only able to get orange calipers if you get the carbon ceramic brakes. So on the Z06, that presents a much pricier option. On the E-Ray, it's standardly available to at no extra cost to you for the carbon ceramic brakes anyway. It is still an added option for the painted calipers. I believe it's a $695 option, but it is nice that you don't have to come out of pocket an extra $9 grand if you want orange calipers. All right guys, one of the other big important things to talk about with the E-Ray is gonna be the exhaust. I've actually seen a lot of posts on some of the Corvette forums or some of the Facebook groups, people saying, hey, I saw a Corvette drive by, it had the wide body of the Z06, but I think it was fake because it had the dual outside exhaust ports. What is that? Well, the answer is an E-Ray. Again, sharing the base engine, that 495 horsepower output, 5.5 liter engine that is shared with the Stingray, you're also gonna share the same exhaust chain. That is, you're gonna see these outside exhaust tips, whereas on a Z06, try to get some B-roll footage in here, it's all gonna be a centered exhaust. Now, a couple things with that. One, if you're planning on doing an aftermarket exhaust, you will be looking for options that are compatible with a Stingray or an E-Ray, not a Z06, again, because you're looking for those outside exhaust pipes. Secondly, a lot of people, I wanna make note of this, a lot of people will ask me, hey, can I buy an E-Ray and make it sound like a Z06? The short answer is no. You can make it sound amazing. There are some amazing aftermarket exhausts out there, including our dealer installed Borla option. But what makes a Z06 sound so distinguished is gonna be that flat plane crank engine, not the exhaust. So no, you cannot make them sound exactly alike, but you can make this sound absolutely phenomenal with a variety of options. All right guys, so one of the things that I absolutely love about the E-Ray that definitely sets it apart is the option for stealth mode. Now, because it does have that electric motor that powers the front wheels, if you get up early in the morning and you don't want to wake the family or you don't want to wake the neighbors, you have the option to start it up in stealth mode, which will just be running off of that front wheel drive from that electric motor. There's a very specific way to do that, and there's very specific circumstances under which you can do that. So we're going to get into that now. All right guys, so when you want to start your E-Ray up in stealth mode, there's going to be 4 steps that you follow. Step 1 is going to be to put the seatbelt on. Step 2 is going to be to use your shifter, your drive mode select shifter right here. And when you shift that to the right or left, you'll be in normal mode, but then you have the option of shuttle or stealth mode. Now right now, this is actually a great example because the battery, this car's been sitting in the showroom for a little bit, so the battery is not charged enough to start it up in shuttle or stealth mode. That's one of the big necessities for actually starting your car up that way. You need the added juice in your battery. So let's assume that you would have been daily driving this. You came home last night after driving it and fully charging your battery. You can also use this healthy little button here to supercharge your battery at the tail end of your commute. That way you can start it up in stealth mode the following morning. But basically you would shift your drive selector knob over to stealth, and then after that you would put your foot on the brake and hit the ignition switch. Then you're gonna very subtly hear it start up in stealth mode. The engine itself will not fire. That's when you can back out of the garage, out of the driveway, or out of the development if you so choose. And then once you get on your commute, really fire it up, turn the engine over, and treat it like a true Corvette. But it is one of those nice little nuggets to use. Now, there are certain circumstances in which case stealth will not be available. The first obviously being battery charge. If your car's been sitting for quite a while and it doesn't have adequate juice in the battery, it's not going to allow you to start it up in stealth mode. The other thing is temperature. If you are trying to start your car up in under 50-degree weather, then stealth mode will likely not be available as a safety feature and a precaution with how the engine and the electric motor are built. So keep those in mind. Your car is not broken. There are just certain circumstances under which you can use stealth and shuttle mode. All right, guys, let's talk about tires for a minute. One of the reasons that I personally love an E-Ray and hope to get one day is the practicality of it. Now, if you were to order a Z06, if you have the Z07 package, it's going to come with Cup 2R tires, which are essentially drag slicks for the track. Alternatively, you'll be getting high-performance summer-only tires. They do not have a standard installed option for all seasons. However, the E-Ray, being versatile as it is, especially for me living up here in the Northeast, this is exactly the car that I would want to daily drive because the standard on the E-Ray is going to be these Michelin Pilot Sport all-season tires. They're going to last you quite a while. And they're going to grip up for that all-wheel drive. Alternatively, there is a build option called the ZER. That is E-Ray's performance option. It's a little bit cheaper than the Z51 or the Z07. I think it's only a $500 option if I remember correctly, but that's going to give you high-performance summer-only tires if you so choose. But again, personal preference, one of the big draws of the E-Ray is the versatility and the practicality of, yeah, you've got that super quick 0 to 60 time, and it can very much hold its own on the track, but it's so well suited for daily driving. So it really all depends on your needs, but you do have both options at your disposal when building your car, be it all seasons or summer only. All right, guys, so I'm gonna give you my hot take. A lot of people ask me as a Corvette salesman and a Corvette specialist, hey, what Corvette would you buy? And I'm actually hoping in a year and a half, 2 years, we'll see what happens and how the career goes, but I am hoping to buy my first Corvette. And if that's the timeline that it functions in, it is almost certainly going to be an E-Ray. Couple reasons that I love it. Again, more than anything else is the versatility. I'm a big pragmatist in what is most useful. I love the stealth mode for pulling out of the house at 5:30 or 6 o'clock a.m. without waking my wife and kid up. I love that idea, but I also love the all-wheel drive, especially I commute 2 hours a day to my job here at Sioka Corvette, and I love the idea of being able to do that all season. Now, would I drive it in a foot of snow? No, but I do love the idea of having the all-season tires, having that all-wheel drive for the added support and the traction. And honestly, I think you're really getting the best of both worlds. You are, a lot of people, and believe me, I know, a lot of people want that roaring, screaming sound of the flat plane crank engine from the Z06. If that's your #1 priority, Z06 might be the move for you. However, this exhaust sounds fantastic as it comes standard with performance exhaust, and there are a lot of other options out there. I really think you're getting the best of both worlds. You don't have to have the super, super hefty price tag of the Z06. You're getting the performance, you're getting the added horsepower from that the electric motor, you're getting the stability and the traction control of the all-wheel drive, and you're getting the looks. You're getting this wide body style, which I think is the beauty of the Z06 and now the E-Ray. Those super wide hips. Little added nugget, one of my favorite installed options is the Jake C8R graphics package with the rear fender hashes as well. I think they show off the wide hips of this wide body style. Absolutely love everything about this car, but let me know in the comments what you think. Is the E-Ray the right car for you? Why is it? Why isn't it? What do you love about it? What don't you love about it? And then, as always, if you are looking to build a custom E-Ray, or if you want to see what we have here on the lot, at the time of this filming, this is May of 2025. We're coming off of a really weird 3 months with GM not producing much, but it looks like they're picking up again, and we're gonna have some options. We're gonna be getting builds back into the pipeline. So we're gonna be getting back to what I love, which is the customization aspect of it. So if you are looking to build and customize an E-Ray of your own, that is exactly how I make my bread and butter, and that's how I fund these videos as well. Please feel free to reach out to me as always. Best way to do it is on my cell phone at 856-534-4006, or you can email me at bnewberger